$3.99 apiece. Shop these deals and more at ruralking.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 88 to 92, then clouds breaking tonight with a low 73 to 75. Thursday we'll have sun and areas of high clouds in the morning, followed by very cloudy skies in the afternoon with a thunderstorm and a high of 89 to 93. Then Friday, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 89 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Wednesday, I'm texting back and forth with people all morning. And one of my friends who is a parent here in town and had a child at Forest High School during the shooting that happened at Forest High School a few years back has texted me and goes, it brought that rush of fear back to me as if I was reliving the shooting at Forest High School all over again yesterday. And I didn't realize that would do that. And it did. And I wonder how many other people, when they heard about the school shooting in Texas, even for a moment, thought, oh, we know what they're going through. We had that problem right here in Ocala. 352-622-9622 is the number to call. 352-622-9622 is the number to call. I'm sure there were a lot of people that had that at least flash of feeling, if not quite a moment of that feeling, all over the country, from where there's been, from Columbine, where the shooting happened there, up to Sandy Hook, down to South Florida, to our area. That's a real issue. The post-traumatic part of this and how it triggers remembrances and the horror of other communities that have gone through the same thing. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. It's tough for me to think about because I had a friend of mine die from a gunshot wound when he was 16 years old. He took a slug to the chest from a irresponsible hunter on a WMA. It's not the same thing as this. It was a complete accident my friend died from, but the horror of death from a gunshot wound is still no good. And so the visions that are brought up in people's minds on when they hear news like this friend of mine said, they immediately thought of Forest High School. That's immediately what they thought of, and thought, I hope everybody knows where their children are. Because that's what they were thinking. Although their child wasn't involved in that, and they were safe and everything, they said until they knew that, it was a very harrowing and stress-filled 3 hours till they were able to be reunited with their child at First Baptist of Ocala, where the staging was to get parents and students back together. And that's why it angers me a lot when these things are made when these things are politicized within moments, because parents are still worried about, is it my child? People are still worried about, is it my school and everything. And for you to take away from that, and so that you talk about the politics of it, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the politics within minutes of something like this happening, except for the politicians and people who want to push the political agenda. You think for a minute any parent yesterday at that had a student at that elementary school was worried about what a Democrat or Republican's damn stance was on gun control? You think for 1 second they gave 3 craps about that? No. It's like the scene in My Cousin Vinny when Joe Pesci says, should I wear the slacks or the jeans? And Marissa Tomei says, when you shoot that deer, do you think it cares whether you had pants or slacks or jeans on? No. When this shooting happened at that school yesterday, you think those parents cared 1 iota about what a Democrat politician or a Republican politician thought? No. Those parents were worried about, was it my child? Am I going to be one of the 19 parents whose lives are destroyed? Or am I going to be lucky and my child's safe? And then the guilt, if it's one of your best friend's child that got killed and your child survived, now there's that whole guilt situation. There's so many things that go into a shooting like this, a mass shooting like this, or any kind of death like this, long before politics should ever rear its ugly head. People wonder why don't we like politicians for situations just like this? 352-622-9622 is the number to call. I mean, I'm angry, folks. I'm angry at a system that doesn't focus on mental illness. I'm angry at a system that spends billions and billions on foreign aid that doesn't spend billions and billions on the effort to try to bolster the mental health situations in this country, right here. I'm angry that we are so in tune to go straight to politics instead of worry about the emotions and the feelings of any of the victims' families or any of the people that are affected by this. And you should be too. But for the most part, like Galen said, 3 weeks from now, nobody will care. Except the families of the victims. And the politicians who will use it as a way to get votes. And the websites that will use it as a way to get clicks. I mean, we all can agree. I don't care what political spectrum you're on. We all can agree this kind of thing needs to stop. We all can agree on that. There's not, unless you're mentally insane, there's not a person out there that would think, there's no need for this to stop. Yeah, we all know there's a need for this kind of senseless violence to stop. But we just keep reacting. We don't do anything proactive. We just get, like Galen said, we go to our corner and we just come out fighting for our agenda, whatever that agenda may be. You think these 19 elementary students that are no longer with us had a damn agenda? You think the 2 adults that were at school had a damn agenda? You think the parents that are mourning the loss of these 21 people care about your agenda? I don't know. Take a break. We'll be back.
Here are getting real lasting joint pain relief from QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics has changed my life.
I would recommend QC to anybody.
The work that QC Kinetics did paid off exponentially.
It brought me back to an effective age of almost in my 20s and 30s.
QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologics from your own body, precision treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue in your aching joints, with no meds, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime.
I got a very quick resolution to my pain.
It is a all-natural therapy. You're using you to fix you.
I got my life back. I got my smile back. And best of all, I got my laugh back.
Don't live with that pain anymore. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Learn more about regenerative options from the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. That's 352-400-4550. 352-400-4550.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Hey, have you gotten your share of the 70th anniversary sale prices at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens yet? Well, if not, you need to get there while selections are best. The emphasis is on sevens, as in 70 years. So listen, get Boxwoods 2 for $7. Laura Pedlam, $7. Viburnum and Blew My Mind, just $7. Get Blue Pacific Juniper and Black Eyed Susan, 2 for $7. And check out the BOGOs, buy one, get one free on Bush Daisies, Sun Rosa ice plants, flowering vines, milkweed, Formosa azaleas, all this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Check out the truckload citrus sale, all your favorites starting at just $69.99. Join the crowd that's celebrating 70 years at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, keeping you in bloom for 70 years.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
Ugh, what wrong?
Ugh, need wood for fire.
Ugh, I go get. Ugh, I got wood for fire.
Ugh, what takes so long?
Had to use restroom. Someone not refill toilet paper.
Ugh, my bad. You wash hands?
Ugh, of course. Ugh, what caveman you take me for?
You know, Dan, people who save money by switching to Mike Scott Plumbing sure are happy.
Well, Brittany, how happy are they?
Happier than a caveman with indoor plumbing.
Yep. Get happy. Get Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. 237-2888.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for spring planting.
Yeah, but we've got to focus. Roses, a couple flats of impatiens, and a spade.
A shovel? I'm thinking tiller.
We do not need a tiller.
Wait, a mower. Those new zero turns are sweet.
Focus. Roses, mulch, shovel, impatiens.
Jeez, talk about impatient.
Can I help you?
Yeah, chainsaws.
Let's go.
I'm almost done mowing this section.
Ridiculous.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Wednesday. I apologize, folks. I'm just not really with it today. I'm really aggravated and just frustrated, as I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm just tired of the political machine. I'm just wore out. I just wish they would all just shut the hell up. I'm just... Anyway. So remember we talked about Don Browning, and he was under investigation. He was supposed to go talk to a lawyer in Gainesville that was doing the investigation because there had been a hostile work environment complaint made against him. Remember I talked to you about that a couple months ago? And he said until he knew what the complaint was against him and how to proceed with legal counsel or not, he wasn't going to go talk to the attorney and everything. Well, the results of that probe are in. And according to the independent agency that was brought in to see if he created a hostile work environment under the law, they said it did not create a hostile work environment under the law, although his actions may have violated the school district's anti-bullying and anti-harassment policy. The law firm of Gray and Robinson from Gainesville were hired to conduct the investigation. It was, of course, after a female school district employee alleged that Don Browning had created a hostile work environment. Stephanie Markham, who was the attorney for Gary and Robinson, interviewed more than a dozen school district employees, including the woman who filed the complaint, and school officials. The report states that Browning made sporadic gender-related and race-related comments to various members of the school board's community. The report also states Browning texted Superintendent of Schools Diane Gullett a few days after he was informed of the investigation and said he had no confidence in her and suggested he would seek to remove her from office. The report also states Browning made a suggestive remark to a female school board member about her dress. That is a great dress, and I've seen a lot of great dresses. I don't know where that's terribly offensive, but in this day and age, who knows? Many of the complaints addressed in the investigation came from African-American employees who said Brown regularly makes offensive and derogatory remarks. They feel like they have no respect from Mr. Brown. The report also states that he continues to be that his manner in which he believes school board meetings and operations should carry on, despite advice from his peers, executive leadership, and outside training. But they said the conduct in this case, even though all those things have come up, that the conduct in this case does not sufficiently constitute a hostile work environment according to the law. The lawyer cited federal court cases that require plaintiffs to show the workplace is permeated with discriminatory intimidation, ridicule, and insult that is sufficiently severe or pervasive to alter the conditions of the victim's employment and create an abusive work environment. Much of the conduct described herein has not been proven to be based on sex or race. Rather, it may be based on other unprotected characteristics and motivations. Now, the Marion County School Board can't do anything to Don Browning. They can send this report to the governor. He's the only one that can do anything to Don Browning. Browning on Tuesday called the report and its findings a political attack from liberals who don't like the fact he was appointed by DeSantis and don't support the governor and his programs. See, Don? That's what I'm talking about. Instead of saying, look, what I said may or may not have offended some people. It was not intended that way. If it did, I apologize. Let's move on. He immediately goes, you don't like it because you're liberal and I'm not, and you don't like the governor. Politics. And by the way, Kelly King, Nancy Thor, and Allison Campbell are all registered Republicans just like Don Browning. The only registered Democrat is Eric Cummings. And by the way, I didn't know. I thought Democrat and Republican. I didn't know. So who's the liberal? Because you can be a liberal Republican and a conservative Democrat. So where we at there, Don? He says, I'm an enemy to the school board who has ostracized and mitigated me into a corner. I've been denied services. You mean like an assistant and a driver? They even limit my comments at board meetings. No, they don't. Stop. They don't approve of me, and they're going to get their digs in. They can register with a political party any way they want, but listen to how enraged they are with the governor's programs. Who said Browning, who then went to refer to himself in the third person. They don't go see the governor. The governor doesn't contact them. The governor is never brought up ever, except by his appointee, Don Browning. What the hell has that got to do with the price of tea in China, Don? When asked you think maybe you should offer up an apology? For what? We're in a failing district that's been going downhill like ski slopes in Vail, Colorado. I don't want the quality of education to be a downward trend. Why should I apologize for trying to improve things? Huh? Now, the initial complaint filed by the employee stated publicly she did not do her job well, though other board members say she's professional and very efficient at her job. Browning said she hadn't done her job well. In January, Browning called the employee seeking information. He yelled into the phone such things as, you don't even know your job title. How many years have you been employed with the school board? He continued berating the employee, asking why she sent him documents in small font. Why would you send something with the font size to a 78-year-old man? Don, you do realize that when you open it in your Word program, you can increase the font just by highlighting it and making the font bigger, right? Okay. I need a magnifying glass. Really think about it. Would you have sent this to the superintendent like this? Yes. The report further goes into that Browning's actions based on interviews with more than a dozen employees amounts to bullying and harassment as defined by the school district's bullying and harassment policy. I mean, Don Browning's a guy who thinks that the rules don't exist for him, I guess. And I tried to defend him with the smartphones in schools, but he continues to do things. I mean, why would you argue with somebody? Why would you send me this font size? Because that's the font size I typed it in. If you want it bigger, go adjust it. It's a click of a mouse. Well, I'm 79. I don't know how to do that. Well, that's a you problem. I don't know. And for him to say the only reason they did is, did you say those things? He doesn't deny saying all those things. He doesn't deny bullying people. He just says the only reason you're coming after me for what I did was because you don't like me and the governor. How about they're coming after you because you did some things that are wrong? How about that's a responsibility there, board member Browning? I just, he immediately politicizes it as well. I'm tired of it. It's not about politics. It's about you complaining about font size. It's about you asking people, are they qualified at their job? How long you been doing this? The way you talk down to people. That's what this is about. Has nothing to do with about whether people like the governor or not. Moron. Take a break. We'll be back after this timeout. People are just going to, yeah, I won't be nice to be around today. WOCA, the source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
A possible Alaska Airlines strike is looming. This is the last day for pilots to vote on whether to walk out or not. The 3,100-member union says they're looking for better scheduling flexibility and job security. 19 students and at least 2 adults are confirmed dead after a lone 18-year-old gunman walked into a Uvalde, Texas elementary school and opened fire on Tuesday. Robb Elementary School is located about 85 miles west of San Antonio. The shooter was engaged with law enforcement, but he still entered the unlocked school, where he entered several classrooms and started shooting. Texas Department of Public Safety Lieutenant Chris Olivares on KSAT 12.
At that point, when law enforcement arrived, they made entry into the school in which a suspect exchanged gunfire with law enforcement. Multiple officers were hit by gunfire by the suspect.
The suspect was killed by a Border Patrol agent. USA Radio News.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find, especially our totally low prices.
My friends and I are hanging out this weekend, and I'm on cooler duty.
Well, these seltzers and canned cocktails, they'll make you the king of the cooler.
Oh, that sounds good. Wow, I can fill my cooler without emptying my wallet?
Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Attention weekend gardeners, don't let insect pests destroy your hard work. Fight back with Maggie's Farm. Created by pest control professionals, Maggie's Farm plant and mineral-based products provide amazingly effective insect control, like our 3-in-1 garden spray for organic gardening. Deadly on garden insects, but safe to use around children and pets. Maggie's Farm. Lethal to bugs, easy on the planet. Now, for a limited time, get a free box of our patented no-spill and kill bait stations with purchase at greenbugkiller.com. That's greenbugkiller.com.
We leave one itsy-bitsy speck of food out, and they appear out of nowhere.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity, and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros, trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Now you've done it.